So we started with the Brand Marketing Barometer Survey in 2012. There was a lot of planning, and I think there was a call from the industry to really put together a measurement instrument that we could hold up every year and say, how's the industry performing, where are we heading, what are the big trends, and what can we as an industry do to improve our performance. So we conducted the first survey last year. Some of the things that came out of that initial survey were issues around the performance of the industry in terms of proving its effectiveness, issues around leadership and development. We've taken some of those learnings forward, not only in terms of the survey, but also as a council, to say that our manifesto sort of provides impetus for us to respond to some of these challenges. What we've done with this latest round of the survey is that we've included a lot of issues around the international status of the South African industry. So we've included case study requests for best practice. We've included some questions around how South Africa as a whole, in terms of the branding industry, and also the specific components stack up to international standards. The one thing that came out clear from a bunch of the findings was that we don't see an industry in South Africa that's accountable and that's held in high esteem, I think, in business in general. What we saw was we had three different categories of respondents to the survey. We had brand owners, we had brand influencers, as we have labeled them. They would be agencies, they would be academic institutions, and then also brand measurement, which are research companies. The one thing that came out quite strongly was that the agencies themselves don't have an idea of how to measure their own performance. And I think that lack of accountability is something that's a key concern. As far as brand owners were concerned, there was a strong sense that they are not being taken seriously in their own organizations. So in other words, businesses are not taking our industry, especially in South Africa, seriously. I think a second big learning and finding was that the academic institutions, even though we have some of the best institutions in Africa, we don't see that talent from the varsity level, from the tertiary level, coming through into industry and then becoming leaders. And I think that was a very strong component of last year's results. So I think for this year, we'd love to encourage everyone. We are currently in field with the second measure of the survey. We want to try and get as many decision makers in the branding and marketing industry in the country to participate in this year's survey. We are inviting everyone in a mid to senior level position in the industry, whether it's from the agency side, brand owners, as well as academic institutions. The survey link is available on the Brand Council of South Africa's website. You can go there, read up about last year's survey, see some findings and results from last year, and please take part in this year's survey.